Good morning to all. Let us continue with the PID. The differential diagnosis of PID are endometriosis, appendicitis and other gastro conditions. Appendicitis is unilateral and right-sided. PID is usually bilateral and ectopic pregnancy. Always do a pregnancy test in case of ectopic pregnancy. Then urinary tract infection or stone, ovarian cyst and lower genital tract infections. What could be the sequelae of PID? It could lead to chronic pelvic pain in 15 to 20% of the cases. Ectopic pregnancy in around 6 to 10% more. There will be 6 to 10% fold more increased risk of ectopic pregnancy. At least 50% of tubal pregnancies have histology of PID. Infertility could be the sequelae, and usually it is tubal infertility. 10 to 15% after one episode and 20% two episodes. More than 40% chances of infertilities are more than 40% if there are more than three episodes. Recurrence of acute PID at least in 25% of the cases, and male genital disease in 25% of the cases. Treatment of PID includes antibiotics. It needs appropriate spectrum of activity, specific or broad spectrum. There could be issues of compliance, oral or parenteral. Follow current guidelines. Surgical treatment could be drain abscess, selective or radical removal. There could be the other treatment include rest and analgesia, and in analgesia we usually give NSAIDs, which is very useful. Antibiotic therapy for gonorrhea, there is cephalosporins and quinolones. For chlamydia, there is doxycycline, erythromycin and quinolones again. For anaerobic organisms, metronidazole, clindamycin, and in some cases doxycycline. Beta hemolytic streptococcus and E. coli, penicillin derivatives, tetracyclines and cephalosporins, and even gentamicin is given for beta hemolytic streptococcus. Follow-up for PID, partner or sexual contact tracing and testing or treatment. Look for other STDs, STS, hepatitis B and HIV infection, lower genital tract infection, counseling and support, and pregnancy care. So the criteria for hospitalization of patients with acute PID includes surgical emergencies such as appendicitis, which cannot be excluded. If the patient is pregnant, patient does not respond clinically to oral antimicrobial therapy, the patient is unable to follow or tolerate an outpatient oral regime, and if patient is severely ill, and if there are symptoms of nausea and vomiting or high fever, if the patient is having tubular ovarian abscesses. Now there are special situations like in pregnancy we give erythromycin, hospitalization is required, and if there is concomitant HIV infection, hospitalization and IV antimicrobials. More likely to have pelvic abscesses, respond more slowly to antimicrobials, and require changes of antibiotics more often, and concomitant candida and HPV infection. Prevention of PID includes screen and treat asymptomatic disease, the sexual health counseling, barrier contraceptives, progestin based contraception, then Deport and Implanon, and even Mirene. Then sexual fidelity or abstinence, improving the education and status of women. PID, what we have covered, what it is important, how it is spread, how it is diagnosed, how it is treated, how it might be prevented. Oh, thank you very much. We had covered PID now completely.